They just keep on coming, don't they? This is the band that never ends. Welcome to the 5th and 6th grade fall concert. In fact, for the 5th graders on stage, their first concert ever. How exciting is that? Every musician, the most talented musician in the world, had to have their first concert. And they probably played a lot of the songs that you're going to hear tonight. Every beginner, whether it's band, orchestra, they're probably going to start with some of those basic tunes. Very proud of the beginners, especially since doing this concert after not being together for 2 weeks, I was so pleased when we came back after fall break. First of all, that they remembered which end of the instrument to blow into. And they went well beyond that. They were playing on Monday after fall break just as well as they were the Friday before fall break. So kudos to the 5th grade for that. I'd like to thank, you'll hear my colleague, Harold Yankee, back playing piano to kind of help keep things together. Thank you, Mr. Yankee. The first song we're going to play uses only 3 notes, Hot Cross Buns. Their first public performance. And might I add how nice it is to actually have a public performance with a live audience. That's wonderful. Before we play our next tune, I'd like to thank Mr. John Bassett. He's a Floyd Central High School band parent doing our live stream. And hello to everybody joining us via the live stream. Okay, Mr. Bassett does an excellent job with close-ups and everything. And that live stream will be available pretty much forever until we take it down. Even if you're here in person, if you'd like to watch the live stream later on, maybe some special close-ups of your child's section. The next piece we're going to play uses 5 notes. Rolling Along, otherwise known as Mary Had a Little Lamb. And this is, because, first of all, don't they sound good for 5th grade beginners? Considering that before fall break, they really had only been playing for a little more than a month, okay? And before that, they didn't even know what they were going to be playing, so we're very proud of them. Hot Cross Buns are rolling along. We're going to play it together, and then you're going to get to hear each section play. We tell the kids that a band is kind of like an artist painting with lots of different colors. The flutes are a certain color. The clarinets and the trumpets are different colors, so we'll hear each section. After the section plays, photo op, they're going to stand up, face the audience, and smile. So after the flutes play, if you're a flute parent, get that camera ready if you have it. Rolling Along. Next, our alto saxophone sections. Next, our tenor saxophone section. Next, our bassoon section, all one of him. Woodwinds. Now we'll move on to our brass section, starting with the trumpets. Trombone section. Euphonium and tuba section. Our percussion section on the bells. So all these different colors make up what we're used to a band sounding like. So just to make sure that you walk out of here humming Mary Had a Little Lamb, we're going to put the band back together for one last chorus. Our next song, the songs that we just played, rolling along, everything is just one beat long. So your fingers are all moving at the same speed. You move to the next note at all the same speed. Our next songs get a little more challenging because we add half notes. meaning you actually have to count. Some notes are 1 beat long, some notes are 2 beats long. And when you're trying to control this instrument, half of your brain doing that, and half of your brain thinking about how long you're playing each note, it's cool. You get to watch them think, don't you? You get to watch these kids think and listen to them think. The first song that uses these different rhythms is Go Tell Aunt Rhody. You notice that was a little bit longer. We've added what's called a repeat. So we play it once and then we play the whole thing again. Our next tune does the same thing. It has a repeat, but it has more challenging finger patterns. We're actually skipping notes. Go Tell Aunt Rhody, for the most part, are the notes in order down and up. Now we're skipping around on the 5 notes that we know. March steps. Our next tune, Lightly Row, is just as long as March Steps and Go Tell Aunt Rhody, but the second half is a little bit different, so a little more musical complexity. Plus, there's some challenging breathing, where I call it building a bridge from one note to the next. They could breathe every measure, but we work on stretching those lungs to make it go just a little bit further. Lightly Row. Like to take a moment for not just 5th grade band parents, but all of you here and the parents watching by a live stream. Thank you for supporting your child in this crazy business we call band and music education. It's very exciting. In fact, you notice the 6th grade band sitting over here. Okay? Very respectfully, I might add. This is why we have these combined concerts, so that the kids get to watch each other play. For the 6th graders, it's kind of like looking back in time, because they played all these songs 1 year ago. And then we're going to switch places, and the 5th graders, it's like looking into the future, looking into a crystal ball, And they and the fifth grade parents will get to hear what they'll be doing 1 year from now. It's amazing when we get them started, okay, with these solid fundamentals, really strong, how quickly they can progress. You'll hear that when you hear the sixth grade band. You'll be very impressed. Our next tune is quite a bit different than what we've played so far. Everything so far has been what's called in unison. Everybody playing the exact same thing all the time. Now we're starting getting into real band music. The next piece is called Listen to Our Sections, and we have the woodwinds, brass, and percussion playing separately. So they not only have to know what notes to play, but when to play them. Listen to our sections. I feel like I look more like a traffic cop during that one. You go, they go, stop, play now. Our final piece kind of uses the same thing. They'll have sections of 8 measures rest. Our final piece is our full piece of like full page band music. Like not just a little line out of the book. Everybody show them your pour it on music. That whole page is one piece of music. The first time they see that, it's like, you're kidding me, all right? But it's a lot of fun. You can put your music back on the stand now. Don't drop it on the floor. Trumpets don't have beaver spit on it. But you'll see at sometimes certain sections, they put their instrument on their knee and they wait 8 measures and let a different combination of colors take over. And then they'll play, so you'll hear the sound changing throughout this piece. It's a lot of fun. Our grand finale, Pour It On. Thank you so much. Aren't they impressive? Yes, excellent job. Fifth grade band, you may have a seat. Get your music ready. Now we're going to take a little bit of time. We're going to switch bands. Sixth grade, you will go out that back door to the orchestra room. Okay, follow me. There's Mr. Yankee. Follow Mr. Yankee. Okay, so we'll take just a few moments to get the band switched around.
He did too. He ain't like. Bye, Mark.
trumpet players.
Hello, I'm Harold Janke, and this is the sixth grade band, and this is a very interesting sixth grade band, in that for the most part they started at home, and it's pretty amazing that we were able to get a band at all, much less a band that plays as well as this one, for that. So the support at home that they were getting from you all, and the work that they did under unusual, to say the least, circumstances is very exciting for us for the future of the band. We're going to be playing our first piece here, which is you're going to hear things with different parts of music. Not everybody playing exactly the same thing. Playing parts that go against each other. One part starts at the bottom, goes up. One starts at the top and goes down. We've got different percussion parts, things that are all, a lot, and it's going to build as we get through the program. Our first piece, called School Spirit March, also includes this Sydney McDonald. Ms. McDonald is from Indiana State University. She's a student teacher that we have here, and she's learning how to be a band director. So we've got education from here to the students, and from the students back to Ms. McDonald, learning how to be a band director. So I'd like to introduce to the stage Sydney McDonald and the Highland Hills Middle School sixth grade band. So you can see in a year what happens. Okay? There's quite a big growth in that, and they're going to be able to have the same growth, and you're going to be able to play pieces like this. Another thing that we do is, I saw a cheerleader going on in here, so at least we do the style. Was anyone that their school song for their homeschool? Yeah. So that gets passed around to quite a few schools. The next piece we're going to be playing is completely different. It's called Anasazi, and it's about a lost tribe of Native Americans that around the Four Corners part of Utah, in that area, that kind of disappeared. And it's a very mysterious piece. It's a very pretty piece. It uses some interesting sound effects, like we have the birds here. Avery, would you play your instrument for a second? Which a lot of times it's cocoa bean shells that they put together to make these new sounds. And so this is a little bit more gentle piece, a lot more gentle than School Spirit March, and I think you'll really like Anasazi. Thank you. I've always liked that piece, and it feels completely different. We want every piece to sound different and sound unique and honest. And the next piece we'll be playing, has anyone ever heard of the Beatles? This is a song from when they were a boy band. They were BTS of 1963. But they wrote great songs with great energy, and this is a very nice arrangement of She Loves You, and features about every section gets to do something with the melody and play different things. They're playing, it sounds very familiar, so you don't think of what it takes, but there are a lot of new notes in this song that they're using different things. So like with the fifth grade band, we use 5 or 6 notes, and we can only play in certain keys, and it gets, after about 15 minutes of hearing rolling along, you want to hear some new notes. You get to hear that in this piece. And as we get more and more advanced, we can play more and more notes and more and more different styles. So this one's a very nice arrangement of the Beatles' She Loves You. Our last song is a very well-known piece of young band music. It has to do with the big snowstorm that happened in 1994. I don't know if anybody remembers that. I do, because that's when my children were born, right in the middle of the storm. And so we were driving to the hospital in 14 inches of snow, and so it always means something to me personally with this. But in this one, you'll hear the storm brewing, and then we've got a lot of different percussion parts. We've got the clarinets. How many times do you play the same note clarinet? 256? Clarinets play the same note 256 times in this. Just kind of an interesting fact of this, that we counted them, and they're a lot, but it adds to the way the piece moves along. It's got a lot of different ranges, got a lot of different notes in the brass players, and once again, the percussion does a lot of different things in this one. It's a very exciting piece, and it's called The Tempest. Thank you very much. It's wonderful having live audiences in an auditorium. This is the first time this group has played in the auditorium. And so it's a different experience of being in a gymnasium. So thank you all very much for coming out tonight. We could use a few extra hands to help get the music stands on our racks on there so we can get this set back up and go back into the band room tomorrow. So if you've got some time here while you're waiting for your child to put things up, we'd appreciate to know. So thank you once again for coming tonight, and we'll see you at the next concert. Good night.